Hi, and welcome once again to Cleaners Pest Coach Africa channel. My name is Damilola or Lauren Tade. So today we are going to be discussing about gel baits. And yes, get your book out. Today we are going to learn a lot. Gel baits. So, introduction to gel baits in pest control. And this is a training manual we also use in our academy, a mobile group academy. Going to equip you with knowledge and skills that are necessary to be able to control any pest that requires gel baits. So let's go into the class and let's dive in. So welcome once again to class. We are going to be looking at gel baits today. Now, in pest control, a bait is actually defined as any substance typically containing a food attractant. What it simply means is a bait can actually mean several things in pest control. And it's extremely important for us to understand this definition so that by the time you go into the store, like a clean pest store, you would definitely know what exactly to get. Now, baits are generally designed to be appealing to a particular target pest. So, you need to understand also the biology of the pest. But let's say you're an homeowner and of course you don't really understand the biology. We are going to make it extremely easier for you to understand. Every bait has what we call an active ingredient. So let me give you an example. As a woman, we love to cook in the house. And when we are cooking, what we do is we actually put what we call in Nigeria, Maggi. I'm sure some of you will understand. Maggi, no cubes, Maggi. They are attractants that makes the food, it gives it a very lovely taste. So Maggi is a brand name. And of course, your Knorr Cube is a brand name. So what we are saying now is we have this bait also that makes they are attractant that is going to attract those pests and makes it very delicious. Can you imagine? That's what I always tell people. Understand that you are not a chemist. Why? Because a chemist has done the job for us. They have been able to put the right attractants in a gel bait so that it can actually attract the target pest that you need. Now, baits can come in various forms. They can come in gel form, they can come in granules, they can also come in liquid, and they can come also in solid blocks. In a bait, attractiveness is very important. The active ingredient is very important. And of course, the delivery method, how they is going to be able to deliver it. So how attractive it is very, very important. So that's why the active ingredient also is as important as the attractiveness. And how you are going to be able to deliver it also is also very, very important. So, definition of what? Of gel baits. Now, gel baits are what? They are type of pest control products that utilizes a viscous gel as a delivery method for the active ingredients. In our last class, you remember we talked about baits, and we actually said the delivery method that you can have these baits, they are what? They are gel. And we said today we are going to be discussing about gel baits. So let's look into this gel bait. Now, gel is usually flavored and scented to what? To attract pests, making it highly palatable and appealing to them. So if you buy a gel bait or you use a gel bait for pest control, what it simply means is it's going to attract those pests. It's going to attract those cockroaches. It will be so palatable. They'll be like, sweet, it's nice. That's the way it is. They too, they love good food like you love good food. Now, This unique formulation offers several advantages over the traditional bait methods that we know, such as the granules or liquid. Remember, we said in our last class that even liquid, they are what? They are baits. We have some granules that are baits. So it's extremely important for us to know the gel bait, it has a unique formulation. And you know why it's very unique? And that is why it's extremely very nice, because homeowners also, they can use these gel baits easily. Now, you need to understand that your targeted application is very, very important. Safety is very important. They are long-lasting and they are what? They are versatile. Now, let's go to the targeted application. Gel can be precisely applied to specific areas where pests are known to be frequent. So let me give you an example. So we have a gas here. This is a gas. Now, after you have finished making that your lovely amala, your lovely food, you have finished making that your ukwabi, you have finished making that lovely edikaiko. The point is, cockroaches are going to be attracted to these places, especially when you decide not to clean what? Your stove, the top of your stove. They are going to be targeting those places. So you need to understand that anytime you finish cooking, you have to what? Clean the stove top. This is extremely important. If not, you are going to have cockroach infestation in your home, even ants. So that's why a lot of us, we are always angry when we are like, oh, you are calling a pest control professional and you are still not getting a good control. The reason is because you are not helping us, the professionals. You need to ensure that the stovetop is kept clean at all times. Now, when you use a gel bait, what a gel bait is going to do is it's going to be able to target those places for you. Now, you need to also look at a gel is long lasting. The gel viscosity allows it to adhere to surfaces and remain in place for an extended period, providing sustained control over pest population. So by the time we go into the practical class, we are going to be showing you how to use these gel baits. Now, you will notice one thing is they are long lasting because why? Their viscosity is very, very strong. So by the time you are actually putting, just a bit at some spaces that we are going to be showing you, is going to last for a longer period. That's why we're always saying that they have a residual effect when you use it on some surfaces. Gel baits are designed to be safe for use in sensitive areas, minimizing risk to humans and pets when applied correctly. That is why, homeowners, you can use it. Because why? It's extremely safe for you to use. You do not even have to use your nose mask for you to use it. But it's always good for you to do what? To use your gloves. Your glove is very, very important if you're going to be using it. Because you can actually you can touch it and you now use it to go and take that air back, which is wrong. So that is why when it comes to safety, it is very good. Now, when it comes to versatility, it's very, very, very good. Gel baits can be used against a wide range of pests, including what? Ants, cockroaches, and even rodents. We have some rodents gel. And of course, our termites that is extremely very, very, very difficult to control. So in our next class, we are going to be looking at how to use this gel bait. So let's go to the next class. Now, using gel baits properly is crucial for achieving desired results. We are going to be looking at the following steps on general application processes. And also, remember that always consult your product label for specific instruction and safety precaution. So, A lot of homeowners that are going to be looking at this, and even professionals that do not use gel baits, you need to understand that always buy formulated gels and ensure you are buying from proper distributors and ensure that none of it are tampered with. Now, there are different gel all over the world. Now, this is a brand name. The brand name is Max Force FC Magnum. And of course, is made by our popular Bayer. And of course, we have also Bayer in Nigeria. Now, anytime you buy their products, there will always be a product label. There will always be a product label. Any products that you buy without a product label is a no-no. So you must ensure you read the product label. What a lot of people say is, if you want to hide anything from an African, put it in a print. So I'm sure you don't want to be one of those people. So if you look at this now, it also is going to be telling us the active ingredients that is contained in these particular products. With these products, we have what we call the fipronil in these products. The active ingredient is fipronil. And the fipronil is very, very active also for cockroaches. Now, this FC Magnum has a very good control. Very good control. And of course, you can also use it for your cockroach control and heavy and severe population. This FC Magnum. So, what are the things you need to look out for before you actually use this gel? You are going to look at the preparation. You need to identify where the pests are active. Where do you see these cockroaches? Where do you see these ants? Where do you see these termites? Where do you see these rodents? Today, we are only going to be looking at cockroach gel. But of course, we have ant gel in our store. That's www.acleanpeststore.com. Or you can also visit our store in any of our branches in Ogba, which is actually below. So today we are going to be looking at cockroach as a case study. All the gels that you see here, they can be used for cockroaches. Now, remember, we said you need to read the label. There are some of this gel that is actually very good for a particular species of cockroaches. Remember, we have thousands of cockroaches. And of course, you can always check also on our YouTube for the different types of cockroaches that we have. So, prepare. You need to prepare. You need to identify the areas where the pests are active. Is it in your kitchen? Do you always find it on the gas stove? Do you always find it in any of the closets? Do you always find it on any of your cupboards? You need to understand and identify where you always find them. Do you find them in cracks and crevices? All these are very, very important. Now, you need to also understand how to apply. So that's your application. You need to apply the gel directly to the targeted areas that you have noticed. Now, and you need to understand, you need to ensure a thin and even layer. It's very important. Always read your label. You do not need to have so much for you to be able to have good control. So that's why you don't have to, this particular one, if you have a 3-bedroom, you can't finish this for a 3-bedroom. That's what it simply means. Now, you need to also know that it is crucial to apply the gel bait in such a way that it remains accessible for the pest. There is no point in you applying the gel baits, and of course the pest cannot have it. So always make sure it is accessible to the pest. Now, monitoring. You need to monitor the gel bait. Monitoring is very important so that you will know if you need to change the strategy. There is what we call rotation, so that you will know if you need to rotate. Now, it's extremely important you understand gel baits and where to use them. There are different products. different brand names, and different active ingredients. Remember, I explained active ingredients that if you are cooking as a woman or as a man and you are in the kitchen and you want to make, for example, where I come from, a foriro, and we use what we call locust beans. Or for example, if you want to make very lovely jollof rice, of course, you will need some active ingredients that will make your jollof rice to be very jollof, to be very red. And that's where you are going to be hearing that you need to use what we call tomatoes. And of course, you need to use tin tomato, and they'll be giving you different brand names. The same thing with an active ingredient. Pests also, we have some active ingredients in gel baits that must be in those gel baits so that it can actually attract that kind of pest you are controlling. So let's go in and check. Gel baits, they are available with a variety of active ingredients, and each is designed to control a specific pest. It is essential that you choose the right active ingredients based on the target pest you want to control and the environment where it is. So, for example, the way you would control a pest, maybe a cockroach in an establishment like an hospital, might be different from the way you are going to be controlling an heavy infestation in a residential. That is why it is always very good to call a professional when you have an heavy infestation in your home. Now, here are some active ingredients and their applications where you can apply them. So we have what we call fipronil. Fipronil is the active ingredient. And of course, we have a product that is Max Force FC Magnum. And this is a fipronil. And now it can also control, this particular one is for cockroaches. Now we have different brand names also that can control ants, and it can also control the target pest also is termites. So, and of course, you can also use them indoor and outdoor. A lot of people do not even know that they can even use some of this gel outdoor. You can use the granules also outdoor. Now, we have what we call imidacloprid. Imidacloprid, the target pest, ants, cockroaches, termites, and of course, application indoor and outdoor. Now, we have what we call the hydromethalone. Now, we have the target pest, ants, cockroaches, termites, indoor and outdoor. We have what we call the ivermectin. Now, ants, cockroaches, termites, indoor and outdoor. How do you know this? That is why in our last class, I discussed about the label. Always ensure you read the label. By the time you read the label, you'll be able to know the active ingredients. And of course, it's going to be stating if you can use it indoor, if you can use it outdoor, if you can use it for residential building, if you can use it for commercial building, or if you can use it for institutionalized building, like, for example, schools, hospitals. All these things are essential when you are doing anything pest control. And of course, when you are doing anything using gel baits, your active ingredient is very important. The target pest is very, very important. And of course, where you are going to apply it is very important. And to know this, always read your label. Extremely important. And the active ingredients also, you need to understand that your fipronil, your ivermectin, all those active ingredients, you need to understand it. In one of our YouTube channels, we are going to be discussing about active ingredients so that we can learn more about active ingredients. So, welcome once again to class. We are going to be talking about pests targeted by gel baits. So, gel baits are effective against several common pests, including those that affect our homes, our businesses, and of course, outdoor environments. And here are some of the pests that can be effectively controlled by gel baits. And we have ants, We have our cockroaches, we have our termites, we have our rodents. Yes, a lot of us do not know that, yeah, we have some rodent gel baits that we can use to also control what we call rodents. Now, we are going to look at our ants, and today we are using cockroach as our case study. So gel baits, we have some gel baits that are very, very effective for ants. And this kind of species, they can control the carpenter ants, the fire ants, and of course the odorant house ants. Now, some of the, you know what, I love these gel baits. The way they operate even for ants, by the time the gel, you use the ants gel, what it does is, it's going to go into the colony and it will go and, like, let's just use it as a husband and wife. It will go into the colony of where the husband is. Can you imagine you are the female, a female ant? You will now go and say, this is lovely, let me kiss it. It will now go to the husband. You know, it will go and kiss everybody. So maybe you are like boyfriend, girlfriend, and you're not like, you know, you have several boyfriends. It's not good. But of course, you have several boyfriends, you are still single, and of course, you're having a nice time, and you are kissing everybody. You get the you get the you get the Now, you do not know that you are carrying something inside of you, because why? You have gone to what? You have gone to perch into another colony. So you will now take that particular gel to another colony. And of course, there's something we call the domino effect. That is now going to be affecting everybody. That's the way this ant gel works. The ant gel will just go into that colony and it will be pecking everybody. And what you just see, the domino effects will start happening. And of course, death will start. That is why when we are telling homeowners that we use residual products, that you might not see instant deaths immediately, but you know what? You are going to be seeing reduction in ants when it comes to using proper products. And we have the cockroach gel also. These gel baits can be used to eliminate cockroaches from homes, from restaurants, from hospitals, from schools, and other commercial establishments. The gel, they have a slow-acting effect that prevents cockroaches from becoming wary of the baits, leading to a more effective control. That is why it is extremely important you understand that gel baits, if you are using a cockroach gel bait, yeah, you might not see an immediate death, but it's going to be slow, but it's going to be destroying and be killing them. Because there are some gel that have what we call the IGR. That is the insect growth regulator. Those type of gel that have the insect growth regulator, they are able to disrupt even the reproductive cycle of some of these cockroaches. And that is very good. And that is what you need. You do not want them, you do not want those babies to become adults. So we always say that in pest control industry, we also have our own abortion injection, which is what the IGR. The IGR is able to abort the reproductive system of some of these pests. And we have some very lovely products and some very lovely gel that has also what we call the IGR. Example is the Vendetta Plus. Vendetta Plus is a very good product, and that product has an IGR, which is the insect growth regulator, and is extremely important as a professional that you have this in your kits. As a professional, you cannot just have just one in your kits, because you are going to be meeting several types of cockroaches, several species of cockroaches. And of course, you will need the IGR. So what are you waiting for? I need you to go to www.acleanpeststore and go and purchase your next IGR. And guess what? For professionals, we have a kit for cockroach control that you can always get. So let's look at termites. We also have what we call the termite gel baits, and we have also the rodent gel baits. Thank you, and see you in the next class. I'm sure you have learned something today. And if you have learned something, why don't you like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. And thank you once again for joining us today.